You're back on the air with the Restaurant Brokers. This is Eric and Robin Gagnon, and we sell restaurants. Remember, we operate the largest restaurant brokerage company in the nation based on the number of listings, transaction count, and volume. We are franchising nationwide and have offices in Florida, Colorado, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia. Today is all about imagination and innovation when it comes to the restaurant industry. The National Restaurant Association actually honors those who do the best job of this, and the award winners for 2014 have been announced, and we have a few of those award winners and folks that contributed to the technology for award winners here on the show.
Obviously, all of you guys are winners this year. Do you have something in the pipeline to try to upstage yourself for the following year, or what's in the pipe to get some new awards in the future?
Okay, yeah, Jenifer, are you aiming for that three-peat?
Absolutely. We're never content, we're always, looking to better our operation. So it's these types of awards are great motivation to, see what we can continue to do to make ourselves better.
Okay, now, Bill, you were inspired last year by Kennesaw State and the success when you attended the award dinner. So is this now an ongoing goal for your casino to stay right there at the cutting edge of innovation?
Well, absolutely. We try to do that on so many fronts, and not just food and beverage. But the goal isn't to win awards or anything like that. We're very thankful when we do win them, but really we try to be the best operator we can be on many fronts, and so if that garners us an award, that'd be fantastic, and hopefully our program inspires somebody else in that audience, and down at the show, and maybe next year they win an award.
So, Joe, you started off telling us something about something called EMV. Will you tell us what those initials mean? And then I think Eric has a question, too.
Well, it stands for EuroPay MasterCard Visa.
Okay.
And you oftentimes hear it also called chip and pin.
Mm-hmm. All right. And transitioning to that, I know you said, 2000, sometime in late 2015, they have to transition. What kind of expenses is that going to operators will have to accrue to get compliant with that new demand?
Well, these systems are in place in most of Europe, up in Canada. So there are two existing solutions that have taken kind of a different approach than what we've taken. But our particular solution just costs $1 per day per device. So the Brennan's restaurants have 12 devices in each of their locations, so they're only paying $12 a day.
That's excellent. So then that ensures that they are meeting all the requirements and they don't end up with big fat citations or fines or at the expense of anyone being tricked out there by the credit card technology platform.
Exactly.
Jenifer, quick question for you. I know you were talking about your program and everything, but I'd like to know from a student perspective. I couldn't help to know. I know you have a football team at your place, and you talk about nutrients. Now I'm thinking about, are your football players going to be bigger because you have more nutrients in your food than in the past, or is this something that the students are really embracing and talking about, or is this something that they take for granted at your school?
No, absolutely not. I mean, and we've had the benefit of educating the students over the last 5 years since we built the dining hall and really started an extensive food program. Which is one of the things that inspires us most is that, we are on a college campus and we've got these young minds to influence at an early age, and they really have embraced it. We have a few different programs where we partner with the campus dietitian. Our executive chef works on menu development with the campus dietitian, and we've got programs to promote those, the special touches and menu items that are healthier. And we've seen an increase, when we first opened, cheeseburgers, mac and cheese, those were the popular items. And now our most popular station is our, salad and fresh foods. We've got a juice bar and smoothies, and those have really become more popular than, the typical college freshman 15.
That's excellent. Now, Bill, let me ask you a question. You have obviously taken control of what you're doing at your casino, and you've pushed them to the forefront in terms of innovation and imagination. What advice would you have for a new restaurateur who could maybe on a much smaller scale put something in place like that? A few words of advice?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, it comes down to the ethic of sustainability and being a good, a green partner of the planet, more or less. I mean, you got to have that mindset to understand, what the benefits could be. But on top of that, there's also financial gains on some of this. So it's not only being a good steward, but also the financial. And what I would suggest is to partner with some of your possibly your waste vendors. Everybody doesn't have to grow a garden, right? But partner with your waste vendors. Look at ways, go through your trash. Look at what's being thrown out and what can be repurposed. Because again, there is the post and the pre-consumer waste, which are two different categories. And the pig thing, what we're doing, where we're repurposing, pre-consumer waste. The pig thing came really out of nowhere, and it was just, it was one of those things that we sourced. Like, what can we do to reduce our landfill, our transportation costs, et cetera? And it appeared. So just think outside the box and just network with a lot of your friends in the industry.
Jenifer, a couple of quick words of advice that you would have for someone.
I think that the best advice that I could give to any commercial or non-commercial operator is that, to Joe's point, that there are little things that you can do, that you can implement to make a big difference. So you might not be able to, execute a full comprehensive program immediately, but there are certainly, aspects and small parts of a comprehensive program that you can start immediately that will impact not only the bottom line for the operation, but also the goodwill for your customers, your employees, and really impact the industry.
I think this has just been a great segment. I can see why all of you are just being surrounded by the National Restaurant Association's sort of glory as they talk about innovations, and you've all been summoned to the scene because this has just been really interesting to learn about the imagination, the innovations as you solve problems for restaurants. At the same time, you become good corporate citizens. And lastly, you are actually able to bring through some economic benefit for your restaurant or operation. This is Eric and Robin Gagnon. We're the Restaurant Brokers. Remember, take a moment. Find us online at WeSellRestaurants.com. Like us on Facebook at Facebook.com/WeSellRestaurants. We're on Twitter. That handle is Sell Restaurants. We Sell Restaurants is your industry and authority and source for information, and we are the Restaurant Brokers, Eric and Robin Gagnon.